Hello Moto friends, this is Jerry here, Minomoto, coming at you live from the Pan America. You might be wondering, Jerry, where have you been? What are you doing? Why aren't there any videos? That's pretty simple. I can tell you that I had a couple really good weekends. A long weekend, 5 days in Gettysburg for a hog rally. Weekend after, went and hung out with some cool influencers. Maybe you know these guys? Okay, so I had some adventures. I have some videos, just got to put those together. On the ride home from my last adventure in New York, the Pan America started crapping out on me. What do I mean by crapping out? Fuel pump started screeching, hollering, making some crazy noise. It kind of bothered me. I took it to the dealer, and as soon as I started to describe the problem, they were like, fuel pump, you need a new one. I didn't even have to talk about them looking at it, and they ordered a new fuel pump. Parts happen to break from time to time. There is nothing any of us can do about that. You know, parts made by the lowest bidder, it's going to happen. I've accepted that. I've read enough on the forums. I've known that the fuel pump has had issues. So I was pretty happy they were so willing to just jump in and take care of it. They said, let me write you up and I'll come find you in the showroom and we'll let you know what's going on. So I'm walking around the showroom doing my thing, checking things out. They come and get me. Jerry, it's covered under warranty. You have no problems. We have an issue. We can't get the part. I'm like, how long is it you can't get the part? This is the last week in August. They say we can get it for you hopefully by September 20th. And I was like, oh, that's kind of shitty. And then they're like, and the switch pack you ordered in July will not be available until about the week before. I'm like, are you kidding me? I tell them, just order the fuel pump. I mean, if I have to wait, I have to wait. They were asking how often the issue was happening. The screech, the death howl, that every time I start the bike it's happening. They're like, we have 3 other Pan Americas that are waiting for the same part. If it's happening that often, we would suggest that you maybe not ride it unless you have to. Do you want to leave it here? I did not leave it there. I brought it home. And I did what every red-blooded American can do these days. I went to Twitter, or X, I think it is. Instagram, did it all. Every time for 2 weeks, Harley Davidson said they posted something, oh, come watch, you know, Battle of the Baggers, or hey, look at our gear. I would comment every time saying, that's great, I wish I could get out, but my Pan America is down for 2 months waiting for a fuel pump. Could someone help me? One time I did get a pretty crappy message reply back. Basically, we know there's a shortage. We ask that you keep in contact with your dealer for updates. What is that? That was a blow off. Now, I did do a lot of miles this year on the Pan America, and I have visited multiple dealerships. And a couple of the dealerships, because I had a Pan America, I've talked to a lot of people there. They don't see them on the road. They don't see them with 12,000 miles. So, I made some friends. So, I elected to reach out to a couple of these friends that work and manage dealerships and just to ask, can you get me this part? Do I really have to wait 2 months? Everybody was pretty receptive. They would all check. They would all say the same thing. Unfortunately, we don't have it in stock. There's nothing we could do. Stick with your local dealer. One of the dealers that I've actually went to for help one time, they came back and said, Jerry, we don't have the part. We can't get the part. I don't know if anyone has this part. So I was like, what do I do? Just park the bike? And their suggestion was yes. Apparently the part does exist in York, Pennsylvania, the factory where they're building these Pan Americas. They're putting them in the new bikes that are coming off the line. Harley Davidson is really watching margins and bottom line now, so they are only ordering a small percentage of surplus parts from those different manufacturers, and if they're accounted for until they get the next shipment, you're out of luck. I continued my battle against Harley online until today. So it's a little over 2 weeks. I called them up and I asked for an update on my parts. The gentleman at the counter said, hey, your fuel pump is in. I don't know how that happened, but we can put it in. My dealer, Eisenhower Chesapeake Harley Davidson, has this really cool thing. If you show up between certain hours of the day, they'll do same-day appointments. And for the most part, it is a pretty quick process, as long as you don't have issues. They do tires, oil change, scheduled maintenance. I said, can you fit my Pan America in on one of those? They said, absolutely, bring it in. So Friday morning, I am going in to get the fuel pump swapped out. So the Pan America almost made it to 12,000 miles before fuel pump failure. I'm doing this video because at 10,000 miles of my service, I praised how much I love this motorcycle. I didn't have any problems. I did have a problem. It seems like it's a relatively easy fix. It isn't my dealer that's causing me an issue. It's the motor company. And that is very disappointing that in an 18-month-old bike that their service is kind of lax. I will put an update out there letting everyone know if the part worked or if it didn't. This is Jerry, Minnow Moto. Thanks for watching. I appreciate your time. Ride safe, have fun, try something different, and be kind to each other. We're all we got. Minnow is out.